this is the most important video on YouTube of all time. So if you clicked on this by accident, it wasn't an accident. It was a blessing by God. In all seriousness though, thank you for watching. So as you guys saw in the thumbnail, we're gonna be comparing two sodas, and they are both the same brand. But one is caffeine free and the other is the one you know and love. The original Coca-Cola. It even says here, I don't know if you can see that, but it says original taste. Let me give you a bit of a story on why I even wanted to do this video. It all started when like 4 or 5 days ago, I was just having a Coca-Cola and I was like, man, these are pretty good, but like, I don't like drinking soda anymore because of the caffeine content. Personally, most of the time, I don't eat caffeine. I know a lot of friends and family that are like, hey, I need a coffee in the mornings, otherwise I can't be productive, otherwise I get headaches. Well, first of all, that's because you became dependent on that. Once you stop the caffeine, that's a withdrawal symptom. The point is, the fact that I never really gotten into any form of caffeine other than soda when I was a kid. Well, I'm not a kid anymore. And I never drank soda for the caffeine. I only drank it because, oh, they taste good. It's so sweet and delicious. So I'm like, okay, this tastes pretty good, but I wish there was like a caffeine-free version. I wonder, has anyone made any caffeine-free version? And then I figured out, yes, they do. That's why this is on the screen. So it was only as recent as like 5 days ago I found out that this is caffeine free. Now, because of the color, like this color palette looks very familiar to me, so I suspect that I actually have seen these before, but I've never tried it. Because like, I just never, you know, this never popped out to me, but it could be because of the color palette, because let's be honest, these colors in my eyes look way uglier than the standard white and red. This is supposed to be like bronze, like, it would have looked, I guess, cooler if it was meant to mimic the color gold. It could be something as simple as just the graphic design on this, well, color choice, that made this not stick out as much to me in my life. But it could also be the fact that, like, I've never heard people talk about this. There could be a good reason, maybe just bad marketing, or it could be because maybe people have had this before and it tastes terrible or something, which that is my question. Does Coca-Cola caffeine-free taste any different compared to the normal stuff? Well, we're about to find out. To lower the probability of my taste buds getting messed up from one drink and then not being able to tell any difference at all, or maybe the taste blend in into the same thing getting to the next drink, I have a palate cleanser, if you will. Just a glass of water. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that under the table though, because we're not comparing water to soda, and I think it just looks nicer if it's not constantly here. But without further ado, we're just gonna open up the normal Coke can. I'll even give you some facts about it as I drink it, or as I taste it. I mean, like, I know what this tastes like, just so I have a good baseline, because there's the difference between memorizing what something tastes like versus it's happening again. So it immediately registers in your mind, this is what it tastes like. Sorry if you guys see my eyes get watery and stuff. Me in particular, when I drink carbonated drinks, when I burp it out, I try not to like force it out as loud as possible unless I'm in a situation where I'm comfortable doing that. So I ended up going through my nose a little bit, which burnt my eyes. If any of you guys know what that feeling is, that's why my eyes are watering. I'm not gonna describe what this tastes like because, well, for one, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this tastes like. If anything, you're either watching this because you're a fan of mine, you just want to see something that I do, or you're watching this because you've never had this before and you want just a normal person to taste it and tell you if it tastes the same. I'm gonna drink some water first so I can palate cleanse. I'm gonna be very liberal with this water too, so that way I get like as many of the corners in my mouth as possible, and I can get like the smell out of it. Like, I want to like reset my taste buds to act like I've never even drank the Coke yet. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about this, but you know, gotta show it. Okay, now this is the second Coke, caffeine free. How does it smell? Smells identical. Hold on, I can actually smell both. This one smells weaker, but it might be because there's less of it in here because I just drank some, so it's further from the surface. They smell identical. Okay. It tastes identical to me. I can't tell if that's because, oh, I just had the normal one, and maybe just the fact that I smelled the normal one, then going to this one might make it taste the same. So I'm gonna sniff really hard on just plain old air. For now, let's just have the rest of this water. So unfortunately, I'm all out of palate cleanser water, which is the same as normal water. I'm just calling it that because it sounds fancier. I think my taste buds have been restored. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna have the caffeine free. and then I'm gonna have the normal one right after. If you couldn't tell the difference, caffeine free here, normal here. Let's go. That one might have tasted a little bit different, but that could just be my brain trying to make it taste different. Because like, I'm gonna be honest, before I started recording this video, I told one of my friends I'm gonna do this, and he's tasted the caffeine free before, and he claimed that it tastes terrible. And I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe that's just my brain trying to pick a difference, but now the normal one. Maybe they do taste slightly different. It feels like this one tastes slightly stronger than this one, but to me, it's not bad. If anything, just because it has a slightly weaker taste doesn't really mean anything to me. In my opinion anyways, when it comes to drinking soda, and this is my opinion, this is not my opinion on the flavor of this one versus this one. This is my opinion on soda in general. When I was a kid, yeah, I loved to drink this all the time. If you gave me like a glass of this, I would like fill this up to about here, drink it all, serve myself a second time, then drink it all, and then I'm done with dinner. Well, with whatever I ate, you know, whether I had like rice and chicken, or I had like some homemade burgers, or I had like a hot dog, or my go-to drink to go with it was always a soda. It was either like a Sprite, a Pepsi, a Coca-Cola, or Fanta. It was like basically just a bunch of sodas. Like that's almost all I drank my whole childhood. And yeah, I know that sounds bad, which is why I changed that as recently as like, that's not even recent. I was about to say as recent as like 7 years ago, which is not that recent. And I might be doing my math wrong. Basically, at around like the middle of high school, I decided I'm gonna stop drinking so much soda because one, the caffeine is probably bad for me, because isn't it supposed to give me a bit of a kick when I drink it? And it is. Just, I don't know if you can tell right now, just from me having like about, like what is this, like 1/3 of a can of normal Coke. But to me, this, I feel a little bit more lit up, like the caffeine kicked in. And I know that's probably for a lot of people, they're thinking, really? A can, not even a whole can of Coke made you like more energized? Like, yeah, that's how much soda and caffeine in general I began to cut out in my life. But I never drink coffee. If I need an energy drink, I might just down a bottle or a can of Coke. Not like those 2-liter bottles, no. But referring back to what I was talking about before, if this tastes weaker than the normal stuff, that's fine by me, because sometimes I get fed up with how sweet and stuff it tastes to me now with my adult taste buds, that I won't even finish it sometimes. Maybe with it being a little weaker of a flavor, it might help me more in terms of just finishing the thing. Well, yeah, catching myself off guard, I took another sip and it tastes still the same. Maybe a slightly different aftertaste, but it could. To be honest, I think the difference is so tiny, and it might not even be an actual taste difference. It might be more of a, it might be the exact same formula, just minus caffeine, which is exactly what I suspected. It might be different because there are just 2 different batches of technically the same, just minus 1 ingredient of soda. Growing up, I wanted to cut out soda in my life, partially because just not good for your teeth, partially because not good for you in general. To have it all the time, which is why now, like once a week, maybe twice a week, if I'm feeling very adventurous, I'll have a soda, caffeine or no caffeine. And even when I normally would have a soda, because I did keep in mind of caffeine, I actually even decided, oh, you know what, I'm in the mood for a soda. Let me get a Sprite, because that has no caffeine. Or, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'll pronounce it in English and then in Spanish, but Jarritos. That sounds so wrong. Jarritos, I don't know how to pronounce it in Spanish because I think I have to roll my R in that, and I'm a Mexican and I can't roll my R's. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm Mexican. I just can't pronounce one of the iconic drinks from Mexico. But yeah, typically, I think my favorite flavor is lime. Pineapple is a close second. Mandarin flavor, or mandarina, is like third. For anybody that was expecting something more exciting, I'm sorry if this wasn't like the most mind-blowing video. I legit just wanted to sit down on a desk. I'm actually using a cutting board to put this stuff here as like coasters, and just to do a little taste test. I decided to just document it. Why not, you know? Like, it's my YouTube channel, might as well upload whatever I want, as long as I find it fun, and I think you, the viewer, might find it fun as well. Like, I've talked about this to some of my friends, and they were genuinely like looking forward to just, oh, okay, cool. Because if you think about it, I'm taste testing it, so you don't have to. Now you can try it yourself if you want. I'm just saying, like, take it from me, they taste pretty much the same. Like, The small difference I might taste might just be because it's a different batch. If I was to like preserve this Coke for like a week, then buy like a brand new box and then just have like a can of the brand new box versus the 1 week old box, keep them both in the fridge so they're still in great condition, they're both gonna probably taste slightly different anyway. Maybe the same can or the same box of this, like if I grabbed another can from the same box, those would probably taste different too. Lesson to be learned, they taste the same basically. So if you don't want caffeine in your soda, I say you could switch to this. This tastes the same to me. Now let me just give you guys a little bit of a side story thing that I was gonna talk to you about anyways. This is not pertaining to me. It's more like just I watched a video on YouTube that also sparked my interest in a caffeinated, a no caffeine version of a soda like Coke. I'll put like probably a picture of the thumbnail here somewhere, or maybe I'll put a card whichever corner of the video it's gonna be to his video. But there's a channel on YouTube known as Nile Red. He does like chemistry experiments, chemistry stuff on his channel. I just like watching his stuff because it's genuinely interesting, and I kind of like his little personality touch that he puts into each of his videos. In one video, he set out on a mission to remove caffeine from a Red Bull. So he actually did that, and to spoil the video, he was successful. He basically got rid of the caffeine, but it tasted slightly weaker, but he predicts it was probably because in the process of him removing the caffeine, like he accidentally took out a little bit of the flavor. It's one thing if what you do is you're making a soda or just some drink and then you're done, you just drink it, it tastes a certain way. If you add caffeine, I believe it should not affect the flavor at all. It just now gives you a kick, like a little bit of an energy boost. And the reason why I'm pretty sure him removing the caffeine from the Red Bull did not affect the flavors because it still tasted the same, but weaker. But that was probably because he accidentally watered down like the actual formula. In the beginning of that video, he said that he actually emailed and asked Red Bull if they could just release a line or something of caffeine-free stuff, and they basically said they couldn't. But yeah, that's about it for the video. Since you made it this far, if you want to watch more stuff coming from me, you can either go to my videos that I already did, you could just click on my channel, check those out, or if you want to just tune in for the things I do in the future, I upload every Mondays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also just click the bell if you subscribe, so that way you get notified of my future uploads. Make sure that you set the notifications to all, and you'll get notifications so you don't even have to worry about when do I upload. You'll just get consistent upload notifications. And on that note, yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good morning, night, or evening. And in case you're wondering, this is not sponsored at all. I legit just drink Coca-Cola sometimes, and I was like, huh, I kind of want to see if this exists. And it does. This is exactly what I wanted. All right, bye guys.